everyone, so today I am going to dry brine a turkey. About 4 years ago I dry brined a turkey for the first time, and I just did a search on the internet and looked and went, okay, sounds legit. I remember I didn't have a bucket or anything big enough to put my turkey in, and it was taking up so much room in the fridge. I'm like, there's got to be a better way, you know, than wet brining. So I discovered dry brining, and I've recently found that dry aged steaks are pretty much done the same way. So putting salt and all the different herbs on top of the turkey creates osmosis, and apparently, if I'm getting this correctly, that means that all the extra moisture is being sucked out of the turkey. And what that's doing is kind of condensing the flavor, kind of like when you make a stock and you simmer it down, and the flavor intensifies as the extra moisture goes off into the air. So that is what I'm doing with this turkey today. So I found this recipe online from Chef Dennis Littley, if I'm saying that correctly. I will put the link below in the description, and we're gonna go ahead and try it out. The recommendation on that recipe was that it should be done at least 3 to 4 days prior to Thanksgiving. Well, I didn't remember that it needed that long. Actually, the last recipe I used, I think I only brined it like overnight one time, so like 24 hours. So there's still time though, doing 2 days of dry brining, so it's gonna be about 48 hours that it's gonna brine. And so we're gonna put all these herbs and the salt over it, and then we are going to pop it in the fridge covered for 24 hours, and then we're gonna uncover it for another 24 hours, and that is supposed to help keep the skin really crispy. So let's get started. But first, the tea. You know, in Australia, here's just a fun fact. In Australia, tea is actually not only like hot tea, it's also dinner. You know, hey, you want to come over for tea? And that means we're gonna eat dinner together. Okay, so we've got our turkey here, and I got this at like 39 cents a pound at Publix. So my whole 15-pound turkey cost me like $6. Can't go wrong. I wasn't being a Butterball snob this year. No hate towards Butterball. I do love their turkeys, but if you're on a budget, you get a nice sale, 39 cents a pound at Publix. That's what it was the other day. And then I've got these food safe gloves. You don't have to use these, but I kind of like them, especially when it comes to chickeny products, turkey. So I got these on Amazon. I'll put an affiliate link down below. I don't think it was the exact same ones I got, but I'll put a link in the description where you can buy these on Amazon. And then the actual recipe, I already got the herbs and spices together. So the actual recipe called for 3 tablespoons of kosher salt. I use sea salt. There's really not too much of a difference, apparently, according to Google. A tablespoon of coarse black pepper, not the fine one that you would put in your, your regular pepper shaker. A tablespoon of thyme. You can use fresh. I did not have fresh, so I went with dried. And a tablespoon of sage, fresh or dry. And then he said a tablespoon of clementine peel, finely zest. Any citrus may be used, so I actually was lucky and had a lemon in the fridge, so I used lemon zest in here. You can see a little bit of it on here. And then paprika was a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This wasn't smoked, but I don't care. It's paprika. So that's all your ingredients. And then you want to get your turkey, and you want to go ahead, I've already done this, but you want to stick your finger up in here and start peeling the skin away from the breast meat. And you want to do that all the way up. So I had to put my hand right up in here and try to peel it away without breaking it. You don't want to put holes in him, because we're going to rub this mixture a lot. The breast meat is what dries out the most. This is where most of your meat is on your turkey, and this is the part that usually dries out. The thighs have got a lot more juice in them. They're a lot fattier. So we're going to concentrate mainly on the breast, and we could just throw it on top of the skin, but then I don't know if you saw I do that. I just tuck the wings. Just get the little wing and make him hug himself. Got distracted by the wing. Okay, but why we don't want to just put it on the skin is because it's going to take longer to get through this thick skin rather than just putting it straight on this meat here. This is going to be so delicious. So we're just going to take a bunch and we're going to rub it all over. Sorry, I'm still congested. It's been almost 2 weeks and I don't know what I had that caused that sinus infection. But it was a doozy. So you can see I'm just rubbing it all up in there. It's getting kind of messy. Another reason I kind of like to use these gloves. Okay. I hope we're getting this. The light is glaring in my face, to be honest, so I don't have a good view of the camera. But it's looking good in there. I'm being very generous with this. Now, here's the other thing. You do not have to wash your turkey off. Like, to prep the turkey, I took it out of the bag, took all the insides out, and then I patted it down. I gave it a little rinse out in the cavity. I always like to wash the cavity out. And I gave it a good pat down to get it dry. And that is it. So you just, of course, make sure it's defrosted. In the recipe, he says to remove any plastic or pop-ups or anything like that. So you kind of already give your turkey a bath at the beginning. So after it sits for a couple of days, you do not need to wash your turkey. You don't want to wash this off. It'll defeat the whole purpose of dry brining. You want that salt to stay on there and those herbs to stay on there. It's going to give the turkey so much more flavor. We can also throw it in there. We'll throw some. Just kind of getting it all over. I'm still going to put it on the top, obviously. And then I'm going to take what's left and kind of rub it on the cavity on the inside. And it doesn't have to be pretty at all. Just try to make it as even as you can to get as much as you can all over. And that is it. Now all you have to do is cover your turkey with some plastic wrap or aluminum foil. So that's it, guys. So I am going to end up with the most moist and succulent turkey ever on Thanksgiving. It'll sit for 24 hours in the fridge wrapped, and then I'm going to go and take that off. I'm just going to let it sit there and let all that moisture evaporate for the next 24 hours. And I think it's going to be delicious. I'm already drooling. So if you've dry brined a turkey before, I would love to hear about it. Let me know how it went for you. Like I said, I'm going to put the link to the recipe down below. And thank you, Chef Lily. I love that name, Lily. It sounds like Little Italy. Lily. I don't know. That's the way my brain goes. So, but thank you for putting that recipe out there on the internet for us to try. I cannot wait for Thanksgiving Day to try this. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to make rolls from scratch and see, like dinner rolls. We'll see how that goes. So look forward to that. But let me know if you've tried this before, if you like wet brining, if you know, what's your favorite way to do your turkey. Thanks for watching. Bye.